students, today we will learn Microsoft Excel 2010. Microsoft Excel is one of the most popular spreadsheet software. It is widely used to perform mathematical calculations. The data is spread in a tabular form consisting of rows and columns. It provides inbuilt features and tools such as formulas, functions, and data analysis tools that make it easier to work with large amount of data. Students note the fact the first electronic spreadsheet was VisiCalc, which was created by Daniel Brickling R. and Bob Frankston L. in the early 1980s. Let us first discuss the features of Excel. Formulas are mainly used for performing simple and complex mathematical calculations. Functions are the inbuilt formulas used for calculating percentage, interest, average, etc. Formatting features improve the appearance of data. The data is automatically recalculated in the entire worksheet if any change is made in a single cell. Quick search and instant replacement of data. Entering data in series using autofill option. Data can be viewed in a graphical form such as charts, which help to understand, analyze, and compare data in an effective manner. These advanced features have made MS Excel the first choice for professionals to quickly perform lengthy accounting and financial tasks and take immediate decisions. Students, do you know, in Excel 2010, you can apply a background to the Excel sheet. Click on the Page Layout tab, then go to Page Setup Group, then go to Background option. Hello students, today we will learn about starting Microsoft Excel. Number 1, click on Start button. Number 2, click on All Programs. Number 3, click on Microsoft Office. Click on the Microsoft Excel 2010. Let us know more. To create a shortcut of MS Excel, select the Microsoft Excel option from the Start menu and drag it to the desktop. Okay students, now let us discuss about Workbook and Worksheet. The Excel window that appears on the screen is called a workbook. It is assigned a temporary name as Book 1. Workbook is like a notebook which consists of a number of pages. Worksheets in a workbook are like pages of a notebook. A worksheet is a grid-like area made up of rows and columns where you can enter and work with data. By default, an Excel workbook displays 3 worksheets at the bottom with the names Sheet 1, Sheet 2 and Sheet 3. We can add any number of worksheets in a workbook according to the limits of memory available on a computer. A worksheet consists of 1,048,576 rows and 16,384 columns. Columns are represented by alphabets on the top and rows have numbers on the left side of the worksheet. Okay, now let us take a quick view. To open a workbook, click on the Open option on the File tab menu or press Ctrl+O key combination. Students, let us take quick view to insert a new worksheet. Press Shift plus F11. Okay, now let us discuss the components of worksheet. A cell is an intersection of a column and a row in a worksheet. Each cell is denoted with the cell address. For example, A5 refers to the cell at the intersection of column A and row 5. Data is stored in a cell. A cell can contain up to 32,767 characters. Alright students, let us take a quick view. To go to a specific cell, use Ctrl+G or press F5 function key. Type the cell reference in the reference field to go to dialog box. Active cell. When you click on a cell, a thick black border differentiates it from the rest of the cells. It indicates the current cell is active. This highlighted box is called cell pointer. Data can be entered only in a cell where the pointer is placed. Range. A range is a group of contiguous cells which form the shape of a rectangle. It can be as small as a single cell or as big as an entire worksheet. You can specify a range by writing the starting cell address followed by the ending cell address, both separated by a colon. For example, C1 is to C10. Name box. Name box is located just above the column heading on the left side of the window. This area displays the location of the cell pointer. The formula bar. The formula bar is located to the right of the name box. This bar shows the characters and formulas that you enter in an active cell. Column heading. Alphabets across the top border of each worksheet are called column headings. These headings identify columns with letters A to Z, AA through AZ and up to XFD for a total of 16,384 columns. Row headings. Row headings are the numbers marked as 1 through 1, 048, 576 along the left border of the worksheet. The status bar is located at the bottom of the Excel window. It gives us information about the current selection. It includes the name of the currently selected command or current activity. It also displays warning messages. Now let's discuss how to move around the spreadsheet. To input data in a worksheet, we have to move the cell pointer from one cell to another with the help of various keys defined in the given table. The command right arrow. The function is that it moves one column right. Left arrow moves one column left. Up arrow moves one row up. Down arrow moves one row down. Page up moves the active cell highlight to first row of the spreadsheet and can be used as an alternative to scroll up the worksheet. Page down moves the active cell highlight to the next sheet and can be used as an alternative to scroll down the worksheet. Control plus Home moves the cell pointer to the first cell of the topmost row, that is A1. Control plus End moves the cell pointer to the last used cell on a spreadsheet. Students note that page up shifts the pointer 23 cells upwards the current location on a worksheet. Page down shifts the cursor or pointer 23 cells downwards the current location on a worksheet. Right, let us now find out how to enter data. Follow the given steps to enter data in a worksheet as shown in the figure. Open a new workbook. By default, sheet 1 is the active worksheet. Click on cell D1 and type weekly expense. Click on Merge and Center button in the Alignment group on Home tab. Click on cell A2 and type Items. Press the right arrow key. Type Monday in B2 and Tuesday in C2. Likewise, enter data in rest of the cells. Click on cell A3. Type Eatables and press Enter key. The cell pointer shifts to cell A4. Type Cold Drink and press down arrow key to move to cell A5 and type Milk. Similarly, enter the remaining data. Time for a fact file. Merge and Center button on the Home tab lets you place the contents in the center of cells across a number of columns or rows. Alright, now let us learn about the types of data. 3 types of data can be entered in Microsoft Excel worksheet, which are as follows: numbers, text, formulae. Numbers are values that consists of numerals like 0 to 9 and the characters like plus, minus, exclamatory mark, at, dollar, percentage, arrow, and, etc. are included in numeric data. They can be used in calculations. In addition to actual numbers, Excel also stores date and time as numbers. By default, numbers are right aligned in a cell. Text. Text data can contain alphabets, numbers, spaces, and special characters. Text data is not used in calculations. By default, text data is left aligned in a cell. Most often, text entries are used for worksheet headings, names, and for identifying columns of data. A formula is a mathematical equation involving number values, operators, and cell addresses used for performing calculations on worksheet. Formula can range from basic mathematical operations to complex calculations. Formulae begin with an equal to sign. Students, note the fact the tab scrolling buttons to the left of Sheet tabs let you move through the Sheet tabs quickly. Let's now understand how to perform calculations. Excel has a powerful feature to perform calculations on the data. We can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of numbers either using formulas or using functions. Formulae are equations that perform calculations on values in a worksheet. A formula consists of a combination of cell references, numbers, operators, and functions. The result of the calculation is displayed in the cell where the formula is entered. Let me give an example. To calculate the total expense in H3, type B3 plus C3 plus D3 plus E3 plus F3 plus G3 and press the Enter key. The sum of the values in the cells B3 to G3 is calculated as displayed in the cell H3. We can use either upper or lower case letters while entering the cell address in a formula. Excel also provides a quicker and easier way of performing calculations. Click on the Auto Sum button present either on the Formulas tab or the Home tab. Excel suggests a range which we can either accept or can select a different range. Move the cell pointer in cell H4. Click on the Auto Sum button. Excel suggests the range B4 is to G4. Press the Enter key. The sum of the values in cells B4 to G4 is calculated and displayed in cell H4. Alright students, note that Excel also provides special built-in mathematical functions such as sum, average, count, etc. Instead of typing such a long formula, the sum function can also be used to calculate the total expense. For example, sum bracket in B4 is to G4 bracket close and press the Enter key. Similarly, we can use average, count, max, minimum functions. If a number of cells need the same formula, it can be copied and pasted on the same worksheet. Now, let us learn how to work with Worksheet. First, let us understand switching between worksheets. When we add a number of worksheets, only a few worksheets can be seen on screen. To switch between worksheets, click the arrow buttons on the Worksheet tab. Now let's find out how to rename a worksheet. To rename a worksheet, double-click on the Worksheet tab which you want to rename. It will be highlighted. Type a new name and press Enter key. Let us now learn how to add a new worksheet. To add a new worksheet, select the sheet before you want to place a new worksheet. Right-click on the Sheet tab and select the Insert option. The Insert dialog box appears. Select the Worksheet option and click OK. You will notice a new worksheet gets inserted before the selected worksheet. Or, click on the Insert Worksheet icon present next to the end of Sheet 3 tab. A new worksheet will appear at the end. And finally, we will learn how to remove a worksheet. Place the mouse pointer on the Worksheet tab that you want to delete. Right-click on the worksheet and select Delete option. Or select the Delete option in the Cells group on the Home tab and further select the Delete Sheet option from the sub-menu list. Let us talk about the steps of saving a workbook. To save a workbook, follow the given steps. Click on the File tab and select the Save option. A Save As dialog box will appear. Select the drive and the folder where you want to save the workbook. Type the file name in the File Name text box. Click on Save button. The file will be saved with an extension .xlsx. Okay students, now let me give you some important tips. You can save your file using Ctrl+S key combination. You can also select Save button on the Quick Access toolbar. F12 key in Microsoft Excel 2010 displays the Save As dialog box. Hello students, today we are going to learn about the formulas and functions in spreadsheet. One of the important attributes of Excel is its ability to perform calculations, either using a formula or a function. In this chapter, you will learn the basics of formulas and functions and how they can be used in different scenarios. Formulas are the user-defined instructions to perform calculations, whereas functions are the predefined or inbuilt formulas that come with Excel. Students, let us first start with the formulas in Excel. Formulas are used to perform calculations involving addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication, etc. A formula establishes a relationship between two or more cells. A formula is an expression that can include cell addresses, numbers, arithmetic operators, and parentheses. Using it, you can perform simple as well as complex calculations. Formula must begin with equal to symbol followed by cell references and operators. It may contain a few or all the mentioned elements. References: a cell or a range of cells that you want to include in your calculation. Operators: these are the symbols like plus, minus, multiply, divide, percent, etc. that specify the calculation to be performed. Constants: these are numbers or text values that do not change. And functions: these are predefined formulas in Excel. These are the elements of formulas in Excel. This is the cell address. This is the equal to symbol. These are the mathematical operators. And this is the function. Okay, now let us first learn how to create a basic formula. Basic formula involves only one type of operator in it. Let us use it to calculate the sum of the numbers in B2, B3 till B7 and display the result in B8. Enter the data as shown in the figure. Click on the cell B8 where you want to display the result and type equal to sign. Click on the cell B2. A dash border called Mark U will appear around it. Its address will appear in the cell B8 and in the formula bar. This method of clicking on the cell to add its reference to a formula is called pointing. The status bar will display the status of point. Now type the plus symbol. Repeat the above steps till B7 or type equal to B2 plus B3 plus B4 plus B5 plus B6 plus B7 in B8. You will notice the different colored borders appearing around these cells. Press the Enter key. Cell B8 will display the total of all the values from B2 to B7. Students, we can copy the formula from the above cell by pressing Ctrl+F'. Let us now learn how to use compound formulas. Compound formulas are used when more than one operator is required to perform calculation. Let us use it to calculate the simple interest by using the formula equal to P into R into T by 100. Enter the data as shown in the figure. Now follow the given steps. Click on the cell B6 and type equal to. Click on the cell B2. the cell address of B2 appears in the cell B6. Type the symbol asterisk and click on the cell B3. Again, type the symbol asterisk in B6 and click on the cell B4. Now type the symbol slash followed by 100 in the cell B6 and press the Enter key. The cell B6 displays the calculated simple interest. Note that the result appears in the cell, but the actual formula is visible on the formula bar. Okay students, to quickly enter or modify a formula in a cell, you can also press F2 after selecting the cell. Any change that you make in data will be reflected in the formula result. Now let us find out how to use formula on text. We can also perform addition on character and string data type. Except for addition, other operations like subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. are not allowed on the string data type. The ampersand symbol is used to perform addition. Addition of two or more text values is called concatenation. Let us understand this with the help of an example. Enter any string type value in cell A1 and B1, say KIPS in A1 and India in B1. Enter the formula equal to A1 and B1 in cell C1 and press the Enter key. It will display KIPS India in cell C1. Students note that you can add a space between the joint values by enclosing single space with quotation marks. For example, in the above case, equal to A1 and double quotes in, double quote close, and B1 will yield the result as KIPS India. Let's talk about the cell range. A range is a group of contiguous cells which form the shape of a rectangle. It can be a group of 2 cells or as big as entire worksheet. You can specify a range by writing the starting cell address followed by the ending cell address, both separated by a colon. For example, C1 is to C10 indicates a range starting from cell C1 and ending with C10. Selecting a range. Click on the first cell in the range and while holding down the left mouse button, drag it to the last cell or click on the first cell and hold down the Shift key while you press the arrow keys to extend the selection. Or select the first cell in the range and then press F8 to extend the selection by using the arrow keys. To stop extending the selection, press F8 again. Using Arrange in formula. Type the data as shown in the figure, click on the cell B8 and type the formula equal to sum B2 is to B7. Press the Enter key. The total will be displayed in the cell B8. Naming a range. Till now you have seen that whenever you want to refer to a range of cells, you make use of cell reference like B2 is to B7. Excel provides us with another option of referring a range of cells, and that is giving a suitable and meaningful name to the cell range. To define a name for a range, select the range of cells that you want to name. Let us say B2 is to B7. On the Formulas tab, in the Define Names group, click on Define Name. The New Name dialog box appears. In the name field, enter the name that you want to specify for the range, say units_sold. In the scope box, specify the availability of the range name by choosing Workbook if you want this to be known to all the sheets in the workbook. If you want to limit the scope of the name to a particular worksheet only, then select the name of that worksheet. Write some text in the comment section if you want to attach some comment with this name. In the Refers to field, make sure that the required range is specified. Click on OK button. The Define Name is now ready to be used in the formulas. Using a named range. Let us use the above created name, units sold, in calculating the value for total sale. Click on the cell B8 and type the formula equal to sum bracket in. Now click on the drop-down arrow of the Use in the Formula option in the Define Names group on the Formulas tab and select the name Units _ Sold from the displayed list. The name gets pasted in the formula. Now type the closing bracket to complete the formula definition. The formula would look like equal to sum units _ sold. Press Enter key to get the result in the cell. Let me give you a tip. Range names are not case sensitive. The first character must be a letter, an underscore or a backslash. The range name must not be the same as a cell address.